Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Accountability Call number 69. It's Monday, y'all. We made it on another day. We have come here to hold each other accountable to do the things we don't want to do want to do, have to do, must do, and going to do anyway. Okay? This is why we're here. Trying to get to these goals in all areas, on all levels. How are y'all today?
Doing very well because this is vacation week. So, baby, you got me for 3 days. Really two and a quarter, two and a tip. I'm out of here. Okay.
I love it.
See y'all in 2 weeks.
I love it.
I'm gone.
I love it.
So,
Listen, I just got off the phone with my friend who is currently already in Trinidad. And she was like, "This haven't been parties Wednesday." I said, "Girl, when do Carnival actually? When is Carnival Monday?" She's like, "That's not till next week." I said, "They doing too much. Like,
oh
this
no,
is
baby.
a lot."
It is a
Okay,
whole month.
I thought it was this. I was like, "This when is it?"
No.
I said, "They trying to make up for them pandemic years." Okay,
It's always like that though. The parties
uh,
really start the month before. It's a whole
that's what
month.
she was like. She was like, "They've been partying since January." I was like, "What?"
Yep.
Turn up.
And I can't wait
So
to
yes,
join them. I cannot wait.
I love it. Eve, how are you today?
I'm feeling good. Uh, yeah, I'm feeling good.
And you better, okay? Because the word suddenly is popping up all up in your life, okay?
Hell
Hello.
yeah.
You standing
Going
on
Yeah.
suddenly. You're not standing on business. You standing on suddenly, okay?
Yeah.
You better be in a good mood,
Mhm.
okay? If you're joining us, drop a hey girl, hey in the chat. I am feeling good today as well. I was up early. I sent them a message this morning, y'all, in the chat. And I was like, I'm awake, but I'm not happy about it. Okay.
Which, first of all, we celebrate that because you being awake without
Exactly.
a phone call, like that's huge. That's what we call growth. Okay, that is growth. So,
Baby. Like I got some stuff done. I was so proud of myself because I was like, I want to wake up before my kids get up, get at least one or two things done, and then start the school routine. And I did that, and I was just like, good job, girl. Good job. Baby steps.
mhm.
So yes. So did anybody learn anything this week? We're gonna jump into our topic, which is going to be about knowing who you can lean on difficult times. We talk about these type of things because as you're trying to get to your goals, in all the areas in life, you're gonna hit some difficult times, right? And so knowing who you can lean on is really important. And sometimes that is going to be revealed in the valley, right? It ain't like you're gonna know who it is and already be able to, like, it's just gonna be like, oh, there they go. So we're gonna talk about that. But y'all learn anything this week, last week?
I don't have anything that's coming to mind right now.
I'm trying to think. The way this is the problem. I usually write stuff down, but I don't see nothing written down. If you joining us, did you learn anything last week? Like, did anything come up? Let me think. Oh, this one. I feel like this is what I learned last week. I learned, and this is what I learned about myself. I learned that I am now comfortable in conflict. Okay.
Mm.
I am comfortable in conflict. And that is a new version of Inez. Because the majority of my life, I think at the beginning, probably up until my 30s, I was kind of avoiding conflict. Right. So I would just kind of ignore things, not say nothing about it, just avoid it. Then I got into my 30s, and I feel like in that space, it was more like, it wasn't like I was ignoring it, because ignoring it also means just kind of not letting the person know what's going on and still just kind of moving through, like acting as nothing happened. In my 30s, I will cut you off, right? Like, so we got conflict and we done. Okay. But in this good 40s, right, I'm in a place where I'm like, oh no, we're gonna have the conversation. We're gonna have the conversation. I was telling Z last week, I was like, I did not even have a bag. And now I have a bag and I be in my bag, okay, with the conflict, okay? If there's a problem, we can solve it, okay? Like, this is where I am. And I have never been that person. I'm just like, wow, I'm sitting back looking at myself like, oh, girl, you are doing the things. Growth. I have had so many hard conversations, right? Like, with people, with, lenders, with team members, with just, I mean, over literally the last 6 months, I'm just like, wow, with my husband, like just family. So yes, I am learning that, especially in this entrepreneurial journey, you're gonna have to get you a conflict bag and get in your conflict management bag.
Mm-hmm.
Get things done, baby.
Welcome to the
Yes.
party, girl. You're doing well. You're doing it.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
doing it. Very proud.
Eve, did you learn anything?
The only thing that came up for me was me realizing that I could reconcile both my businesses and do my taxes by myself. It took me 7 hours, but I did it.
Hey.
Yes.
So I'll be doing them by myself from now on.
We
Go
can
ahead,
do
girl.
hard things, and we shall. Yes. I love that. Yes. It's funny because my mom was doing some work with my grandmother for, what's it called? Medicaid? Is it Medicaid or Medicare? I don't know. Anywho, she hired someone to do it for her. She's like, it's probably complicated, blah, blah. Child, but the person she hired just ain't doing the thing. So now she done started like actually reading the stuff. She was like, child, I could have did this myself. Like, just what did I hire you? I was like, first of all, you should have known, given your level of intellect and organization and level of detail, you could have did that by yourself.
I'm done.
You can't do, please.
Just so yeah. Okay, so Z, let's talk a little bit about our conversation last week.
Yes.
Because we were talking about how in this season of our life, the true nature of our village, right, is being revealed, right, in this space. And how, warming that is to our heart, because we're the type of people who wouldn't necessarily be leaning on the village anyway.
Yes. So I made a statement last year, probably, I don't know, it might have been in the spring, so it might be coming up on a year. I said, it's easy to see the blessings from the mountaintops, but I now know that there are blessings in the valley as well. And what I meant by that was who I am as a person. I am used to being the lender, not the borrower, in any aspect, advice, tips, finances, you name it. I freely give, to others what I have. But in this season, my God, I haven't had it to give. And I've been in this season where I need it. And the way my village has showed up for me,
baby,
and poured into me, and I'm talking, mental support, emotional support, financial support. And I would have never chosen to be in this situation. My choice is to have everything locked and loaded and together at all times. But I wouldn't be able to develop this depth of friendship, of connectedness, of relationship with people without me, being vulnerable enough, without me, one, being in a place of need, and two, being in a place to be vulnerable enough to share it. And like I said, the way my village has shown up, I think, Inez, your statement was I think it's the character of your village.
The true nature.
The true nature of your village is shown in the valley. And I think I added to that
something about the joy. Oh no, that's something else.
Mine was there were two parts. The substance of your village,
yes,
revealed in the valley, where you get to see who people are to you, for you, around you, who their character is, but how they show up for you. I can never, ever, ever, ever in life fix my mouth to say I ain't got nobody I can lean on. Because, baby, when I tell you the folks have been showing up post and pillar, like,
yes, okay,
come on. I know you don't even want to lean, but come on here, let me pull you over here.
Yes.
And what has been amazing about it is, a lot of times we ask for what we need. And we can rationalize it like, well, I need this. So I can find a way, even though it's uncomfortable, to ask for what I need. But we would never ask for what we want, because we feel like it's our responsibility to take care of our needs first. And so I'm in a season where I've had my friends pour into my joy.
Mm-hmm.
And joy is a luxury that many people are not afforded.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have people cash in of their own time, finances, resources, so that I can experience joy is a next level experience. I cry about it every day. Happy tears, baby. These happy tears are flowing. But yeah, so when we talk about village and knowing who you can lean on, you don't know who you can lean on if you don't need to lean. But when you do need to lean, the true nature and the substance of your village will be revealed by those people who show up gladly, right? Not reluctantly, not, with hesitation, not complaining, but just happy to give to you. And ultimately it's because you've probably given to them in some sort of way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's important for you to show up fully as your authentic self, because you are of value by yourself. And it's those deposits or those deposits that you make where you're able to then make withdrawals in other seasons, because you showed up, you gave, you contributed, you supported, and to be able to get that back on in the season where you need it is really priceless.
Mm-hmm. It's this is so good, because asking for your needs is a very hard thing to do when you are used to providing them for yourself. Asking for your needs from people who you know and have poured into can be difficult. But then there come situations like in my life where the Lord puts people who you have not poured into your life, and puts you in a position to ask for your needs there and see how he will do his big one.
Come on.
To make sure that even though you have not even sown any seeds, right, you will still be reaping the fruit, because he will put a village that you did not even know, right, was going to be the village, right, because you expected to be the people you have poured into, right? But there are sometimes you're positioned with people who it's like, I don't even know you, but for some reason we sit like, I don't even know how. Like, but as it's played, the more you're able to be more comfortable with being vulnerable and authentic, the more the connection happens, and then they become your village. It's like they just like blossom and create this flower around you. And that's where we are. Like, it's just like, where did you come from? I was just singing Deborah Cox, How Did You Get Here? Somebody's supposed to be here. Like, because we met like the people who are becoming our village. I was telling Tawanda, I said, we just met them 6 months ago. I've seen them more in 6 months. I've talked to them more in 6 months. They've done more and helped us more in this area in 6 months than some of the people who've been in our life for years. Some of the people who started this journey with us, right? And I'm like, wow, Lord, a chance meeting at a play place, you know what I'm saying, has turned into a real support system. And so, like, with regard to like the true nature of your village being revealed and the substance of your village being revealed, it's like you don't even know the village God has for you. Like, you don't fully know it. Like, you feel like it's one thing. And for us, like, we felt like it was one thing. It's like, okay, it's funny because I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know how long ago this was, but I feel like it was last year. And I was calling in a real estate mentor. Right. And I thought I knew who it was going to be because I know some people in real estate. Right. So I was
like, it was him. I remember when you identified who, is this the one?
Exactly. This the one.
It was not the one.
That's not the one.
No slight to him. It just didn't work out that way.
It just was not. And so it's important to just, in those hard times, and I know this is hard, just in general for us as a people, but just in general for us as a personality group, right?
Right.
To be vulnerable, and be able to share and lean on people who, quote unquote, we don't know. But baby, when I tell you, it has led to fruit that I did not plant, that I did not till, baby, that I did not weed. Like, it's just like how, what, and it is the people we need and the time we need, with the guidance we need, with the what's it called, with the capital we need, with the knowledge we need, with the network we need. Like, just
I'm gonna expand on that just a little bit, because you have planted, tilled, and weed, right? Well, these people are the butterflies and the bees, where they come and they pollinate. They bring from other gardens what you need in yours, because this is your. At the end of the day, it's only one garden. That's your life. Your life is the garden, and you working in it every day. You taking steps. You trying. You know, using information to make choices, and then experience to make decisions. It's in those places or those situations that you are milling and tilling and weeding, tending to the garden. It doesn't only look like tending to relationships. It is tending to the life that is yours, that is given to you. And we allow the bees and the butterflies and the hummingbirds to come and bring that little extra that, you didn't plant, but it's because we're all connected. We're all connected in this space. So you are absolutely working. You've been working. You ain't even outside of real estate, you are working in the garden of your life. So we appreciate the bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds that come and bring that little extra pollination that we need so that, the flowers can bloom. So
yeah, it makes me think about this. You know how the saying real recognize real? And so for me, when I look at it, like, I know I have been working in my life, right? But it's not the level, the magnitude of support in that relationship is not from the relationship.
No,
like it's not from it's not from the relationship, because the relationship just got here.
Right, ain't there yet. We just read. Right. We ain't in relation or shit.
Right, exactly. But it has gone way deeper, way faster, right? Because of, to your point, the work that I have been doing in my life, right? Because real recognize real. Work recognize work, and winners recognize winners.
That's right.
Right. Like, so it's just like, oh, okay, we can do this. But I'm like, thank you, Lord, for the big one. I like to thank me as well. Like Snoop say, okay. Like, I like to thank me. I like to thank me. I like to thank me, like Snoop said.
Picking it out. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So,
yeah, you got
me. Share anything?
Yeah, you have got me around the part where he says sometimes it's not even the people that you poured into being the ones to like support you and help you. My God. I think specifically I remember around the time when my health sabbatical started and things were going crazy in the business. I typically, when it comes to people who are my age mates, not a lot of the folks who are my age mates are like navigating and thinking in the way that I do, or in terms of like entrepreneurship and thinking about generational wealth. Like everyone in my all my age mates are like getting their PhDs right now. Some folks are getting married. Some folks, I think, already even have, like, some folks have children and everything like that. So I typically, when it comes to like what I want to do with my life, I'm usually sharing with them, but I'm not really strategizing with them. The people who I usually talking to are usually like at least 10 years my senior and older. So there's a lot of folks who outside of YouTube, but some folks I knew from like way back when that I thought I could like lean on during that time. It just didn't happen. And that was so shocking to me and weird. And I was so confused. And then it kind of goes back to that point of Z talking about like, are you asking for what you need or what you want? And I feel like I definitely could have done a better job doing that. But then all of a sudden, folks that I didn't expect to support me, whether it be financially, emotionally, spiritually, all just started popping up like crazy, and I'm still very close to them to this day. And it was very hard for me to accept it, because I actually realized I didn't know what I needed at the time, and that God was trying to show me like, uh, you need to stop navigating in like how and what to do, and then just be. And I feel like a lot of the folks that came into my life helped me to sit with like just being with myself, which was strengthened by like my relationship with you and Z and Naya, and all the things. Like I had to go through like a big emotional like growth spurt, which is still happening, and I'm very much so okay with that. Uh, but yeah, when you said that, it really hit me. And yeah, it's a difference. I have like my high by people, my associates, my colleagues, um, my friends, and my tribe. And my tribe, don't mess with my tribe. Don't play.
Right.
Don't play with my tribe. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Like, I would say, well, and can you all share one thing that helps you to know who you can lean on in difficult times, right? Like, what is the substance of someone who you can lean on in hard times?
Character is so big for me. Just like, how do you operate in your own life?
Mhm.
Um, and seeing people who are resilient, um, quite honestly, seeing people who are positive. Like I can't deal with that negative stuff. I just don't have space for it in my life. Battling your own negative thoughts is enough. I don't need you to contribute to it. Um, and I'm gonna say, I shared a post with a few people this morning. Um, this is Kid Fury and what's her name,
Crystal.
Crystal, and she didn't know what BMF stood for. Um, she was like Big Meech family. He was like, no, it's Black Mafia family, and the audience started laughing. And he was like, wait a minute, she ain't in this life. She don't know about
I was
that.
about to say, I don't know what that is.
And then he came to her defense to be like, so people who don't take you not knowing something and use it as a way to laugh or poke fun at you, but to be like, oh no, I understand why you didn't know that, and then will defend you in front of other people. Because baby, I'm defending my friends. Like, I want to understand them. I want to know what they like, dislike, know, don't know. And when other people try to come for them, I'm going to defend them. So I need people who are going to defend me as well, who know my character, who know that like I'm never doing anything malicious, or I'm never intentionally trying to harm anyone or anything. And so if in any room, whether I'm there or not, while I'm there and while I'm not there, because I don't even want it to just be when I'm not there, but do it in front of me. Shut me down for me, in front of me. You got to stand up for me.
Right.
I think that is a huge characteristic of people who I know I can lean on, because that just shows that they are understanding, right, of who I am, what I'm trying to do. They also know that I'm imperfect, and then most importantly, they don't play about me. So understanding the people who will defend you when you're not in the room and when you're in the room. You even got to fight for yourself in front of these people. They would be like, no, that's not what she meant. You like, oh, thank you, friend. Right? Like, just to know that you're not alone in something. So I'm gonna say that characteristic is definitely someone who I know that I can lean on.
Yeah, mine is I was trying to think about this. I'm like, one is someone I need to see you default to compassion and empathy and not judgment. Because baby, I can't stand the Judgy Judy. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, and that's because that's the way I move. Like, I don't care what you're doing. Now I might be like, but I'm not judging you in it. At the root of it is still compassion and empathy. Like, well, why would you be doing that? what, why would you choose it, or what's going on, or how are you feeling to make you do something? So if you are leaning into judgment, if I feel any judgment, no, it's a no for me. Okay. The other thing is, are you focused on the problem, or are you focused on the solution?
There you go.
Like, are you focused on solving it, or are you focused on how bad it is and how you shouldn't have did this and you can't do this, or that ain't gonna work? If that's, I know I can't lean on you, baby. Like, I just can't, because I need somebody who is giving solutions. Or even if I have solutions, you're not like knocking them down. You like, okay, well, maybe do it this way, or maybe this. You got to be focused on the future, not necessarily the present, in order for me to lean on you. And that's one of the things, as I think about the family that has become so close to us so fast, is because they have leaned not only just compassion, empathy, but also like straight up solution focused, and not just like, here's the solution, go do it. Like, how we gonna get this done together? Right? That is also like feeling the camaraderie of it, like we arm in arm getting this done. Then I know I can lean on you. Like, you checking on me, like, did you make that phone call? Okay, just making sure. Like that, then I know you the one. You the one, girl. You the one. Okay.
You already said it. You already said a lot of it. It's like a lot of the, like, do you give the same energy of, like, drag me to my excellence? Do you check in? Because sometimes do you check in on like what we need? But I get very solution, like, I'm very solution oriented. So I realize sometimes I have to like reel that back. So even with the people who like come to me, it's just like, why don't we, get time for you to like vent and let this all out, and then we go to the solutions, right? So people allowing you to like just kind of like go through all your emotions without that judgment. And yeah, it's just that, like, don't, like what Z had said, ever since Z said it, it's been stuck in my mind. And as you say it too, like, don't you play about you in front of me, like that type of energy, like, we're not doing it. Don't do
I don't play that. Yeah. Don't you play with you in front of me. I don't play that at all.
Exactly. Okay.
I love it so much. I love it so much. And yeah, just like people who want to just have people who are just really good at helping rewrite perspective, because that's really what it all is. Like, let's rewrite perspective and move forward in what we know we can do. In the grace and the non-judgment. Yeah, I love it all. Sometimes the thing that triggers me, I think also too, is like knowing who to also lean into, but knowing when you should be leaning into what Z was talking about. But for me, it's really understanding those moments where I feel like I'm questioning if I'm betraying myself or not, which means I definitely need to go talk to a friend, or someone that I know I can lean on, who could just keep me exactly where I know I'm supposed to be. So yeah, I just second, third, infinity, everything that you guys said.
Yes and yes. Okay, so we about to run through these goals from last week and this week. If you're joining us, drop a hey girl, hey. We're gonna start. We've been talking about knowing who you can lean on, how the substance of your tribe, of your village, is revealed in the valley. And so you need to know who you can lean on. Where is my okay? I went too far back. And now we're gonna talk about these goals from last week. Now, I actually did some stuff last week. I did 3 things. I booked accommodations for my people in Zimbabwe. I was eating and sleeping like a survivor. And I followed up with all of my clients and prospects in my emails, which is a feat in itself. So I did 3 out of 6. I do feel like I was more in my intuition last week than usual. And I think I know I'm going to lean into that again this week. Because it just feels right. It feels right. So yes, how'd y'all do last week?
I did all right. I did some client tasks. Was definitely cranking through those, getting some deliverables done. Um, I got our designer back on board. I love her so much. She's so
Oh,
good.
listen.
She is so good. It is like one of my favorite partnerships. So she delivered some pieces for one of my clients, and I'm just like, girl, you the bomb. Um, and I need to make sure I got the coin to bring you in for all of my clients, because
Listen.
what I be over here doing and the way I be struggling doing it, it gets somewhere. They don't get to where she can get it to. So that was definitely a highlight of my week. I did dig into the budget. Okay.
Oh, good job.
That's been on there about all year to start digging into the budget. I have not worked on my digital offering. I'm actually working with the designer to figure out how we can get started on that. Marketing channels, I did because I got another sale last week for
Yeah.
the apparel line. So been working in those marketing channels. I started back cooking again last week. Did I work out last week? Very little. Very little. But yeah, so it was like a, I give myself a C plus, link almost a B. Almost
Mhm.
a B. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that was
I
my
love
last.
it. What was I gonna say? Were you what was your word, Z? Oh, exceed.
Exceed.
Always.
Oh yeah. Exceed was again my village.
Yes.
It was exceeding all in all of the ways. Just like here girl, take like what? Yes.
Thank you.
Um I did say, oh, you know what's interesting? I was about to counter that because I have been saying that I'm not in my season of excess, but I am in my season of enough. I always have enough for what I need. And maybe that is what exceeding is, right? Like sometimes it looks like um having what you need, but getting it from unexpected places. So,
Mhm.
you know, I was saying I'm not in excess, but shoot, the things I'm doing, it is above and beyond. It ain't just the
Mhm.
basics, it's not just the necessities. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes, I did exceed last week.
I love it. Eve.
Um, I definitely dance. I got my tea. I've been taking neem tea. I don't know if you guys have ever
I
tried neem,
have, child.
but it's so good for you. So I've been taking more neem tea. Been keeping up with my language learning, like level up situations. But I could definitely be. I need to be turning that up a little bit more. Like really going in. Sleeping early, still a struggle, but we're working on it. I feel like I did better last week. Prayer and libations was doing that every day last week, so that made me feel good. Follow up with at least two follow ups to get at least two contracts or secure three or more referrals. I'm still doing that, but I actually did call in my next 100K plus contract.
Yes. Bringing them in. Yes. I love it. Yes.
Gonna sign today.
Yeah.
Um, gonna sign today, and actually talking to someone else tomorrow for maybe a little part-time contract on the side because we have a lot of debt to pay. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Redoing my services, the rapid research services, and open an option for people to get coaching from me has not been done. I need to do it. I need to do it. Please, y'all hold me accountable. Finding a tenant expeditiously. I pulled out some more ads last week, and I got like 5-6 people message me. So I just need to follow up with them and see when they're ready to come see the property. And financial reconciliation for both LLCs. I did it. Taxes were submitted and approved.
Right.
And then yeah, calling in my next 100K plus contract, another one. Getting getting work done for the property, that's fine. Getting another property, working on it on my next flight, soon to happen. Bring up hard stuff in therapy, we'll do tomorrow. Debt cancellation, God be my savior. Yes. So I think it's relatively happening.
Good job. And suddenly was in the books, okay, for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
This week, I actually have my goals written, y'all, this week for once, because I woke up early today. The first thing, I did not do my budget, Zanitra, so I will be doing that this week.
Okay.
And actually, I put pay bills and set my March budget because at this point, budget been on the week to the point where it's the end of the month. Like I
Mm-hmm.
still okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the other thing is we had our new village in our house last night. Honey, my father was like, you and your friends with y'all kids, because all of my friends have kids my kids' age, which is like 3, 4, 5. Like, and baby, when they get together, this house be turned up. And my father in here like houseway. Um, but because our new friend is all the things, including a general contractor, he was able to do a walkthrough of our house yesterday and give us the lowdown on what we need to get done, what we can do to turn this house into a couple of different apartments, which is what we plan to do. So I need to set a budget for renovation of the first phase 1 this week. I also need to buy some high frequency tea. Like there's this tea that I use that I found that is really good for the bladder. And so I found that and I need to buy it. I had it before, but I ran out of it, forgot to buy it. I also I'm planning to document my journey to go to raise the funds, to save the funds, to get the rewards in order to go to our assistant's wedding in December in the Philippines. Right? We will be on deck. The Chamangarizos will be there. And it's funny because when I was working, I had systems set up in order to, easily save money, build rewards, all of these things. And since I've been laid off and been building my business, I kind of fell off from doing that. And so what I want to do is set up the systems that I had before to prove to myself and others, and to show to myself and others that it's still possible to be able to leverage what you're already spending in order to fund your travel, even when you don't have the income that you used to have. So I'm going to set that up. I'm going to be documenting it. I'm going to be sharing it on my Instagram at International Inez. So y'all look out for that. I plan to be gathering my tax documents this week because I will be filing as well, because we're going to need those coins in order to do these renovations. The other thing for me is like, I am planning to make some income online this week, right? Now it may not be through, the travel services I provide, but there are other things that I'm learning in my digital marketing course, and through some of the creators, of ways to just easily make income. And it may not be a lot, but it's really just in order to set the mindset and set the identity of someone who makes money online, right? So I'm gonna let y'all know how that goes as well as I do that.
I like it.
Let's see. So I have my client tasks. I have about 4 of them. I need to review some brands. I got to post for one client, send an email, save the dates for another client, and share the post for another client. That's all of my client tasks. To your point, it's about time to do the March and honestly second quarter altogether budget review. So we'll keep that on there. This is a short week for me, so I'm not putting a whole bunch on here. Okay,
I'll do it. We're going on vacation.
Those are the things that I have to get done today. Oh, I have one personal admin filing that I need to get done today. I'm trying to think, what else am I actually going to do? Oh, and then I have one more other client review that I have to do. A client app review and their financial statement. We're definitely keeping. So my cooking is prep for leaving and cooking food for the kids for while I'm gone. Work out these 3 days that I'm here, cooking and working out. So we'll keep those on the list.
Okay. Eve.
I feel like the list is about to be the same. Same thing with self care. dance, tea, language, sleeping early, prayer libations, um, uh, following up. My follow ups again still. I said at least 2 contracts, secured in 3 more referrals. So gotta work on getting the second one. Um, I need to redo my services. I need to open up my rapid research services, or open an option for people to get coaching from me. And
I
continue.
love the name Rapid Research, by the way.
Yeah, me too. It's good. Like it's a thing. It's a thing in the industry. Like everybody.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Yes.
Yeah, it's a thing in the industry. People know it. It's just that, do you do it well? Yeah, it's about doing it well. But now when I think about it, like I think there is space to like create more of a niche for myself within that. And there's 2 other people that I know who've either talked about it, spoken about it already before, that is which is fine, but there's enough space for all of us. And no one who talks about it is, I believe, not a person of color. So it is fine. There's space for all of us. And yeah, finding a tenant expeditiously. I just pinged a bunch of people who said they wanted the property. So cross our fingers. But yeah, still calling in my next contract, 100K plus. Ease of getting work done for the property. Another property on my next flight. Bringing up heart self and therapy. Debt cancellation.
Yes. I forgot. It's been so long since I done read out my calling out things. I done forgot what's even on there. What's y'all's words for the week? If you joining us, drop your goals for the week or a goal for the week in the chat, so we can know what you're working with, what you're working on, what you're working toward.
My word of the week is release, baby. It's time to be free.
Release. Relax, release.
We're letting it all go this week.
I cannot wait for these carnival photos.
Baby, they're coming. Stay tuned. The time shall be had. It's time.
Yes.
All of that.
Yes. Eve. Oh, yeah.
I think I wanna. What happens when something suddenly happens to you? What happens next?
Gratefulness.
Right. And then you take action on the suddenly.
Grateful.
I was about to get it.
You know what? You went there and I went to action.
I done.
You are ready for carnival.
She's definitely ready for carnival.
The carnival is ready for you, baby girl. I also, what's funny on here? I have on here those 3 W's. You remember that? The 4 W's that we came up with. The work, wait for it to work. No worrying.
Mm-hmm.
So is giving now. It's time to work. So literally, I guess work. Work is mine for the week.
Work. Honey, my word, and my calling in, it was from 1/6/25. 20K a month in digital marketing, smooth sale of 5256 at $275,000. Okay. Moving and living as the chosen one. Trips to Zimbabwe, Jamaica, London, and the Philippines. A home in North Carolina and a house abroad. And debt cancellation. Okay. And as a reminder, on this page is where we establish that perfection is the lowest standard of all. Okay.
Hello.
So my word for the week is rise. It's time to start rising. It's time. I have been in quite a valley for quite a while. And I think, and I know, I can tell that it's time to rise. And so my word is rise, not just because of the season, and I can tell the ascension is happening, but also because I want to be able to rise up in difficult things that may be happening. And I also want to wake up in the morning. Okay. Right. Get your ass up. Okay. Yes, all around. Rise, release, and work. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Now, the type of work Z is gonna be doing this week is very different than the work we're gonna be doing.
Mine is WUK. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up, okay?
Yeah.
You know? That's what we're doing.
We gotta work this week. Okay.
That's right. And next week, baby. 'Cause I won't be
And next week, yes.
this week and next week.
And next.
Done.
Oh, I love it. All right, y'all. We will see y'all next week. Stay accountable. Keep working.